Hi, I'm Colleen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be about being a new mom and ways to cope with that. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. Okay, you're a new mom. Welcome to the Club of Motherhood. It's wonderful. It's hard, but I wouldn't change it for a moment. I'm glad that I'm a mom. All right, so what are some things that you do in order to cope with being a new mom? You have a baby at home, the baby's crying, you have all of these other responsibilities. What a big change, too. So let's talk a little bit about that. So when I had my first baby, my husband and I decided that I was going to stay home. So I left my job. I was a teacher, and I left my job as soon as it was time to stay home and have my baby. And that was a huge change. Although I was unhappy in my job, it was how I defined myself. I was a teacher. I was a professional. I worked for a living. I got up every morning. I went to my job. I sometimes took home, well, more than sometimes, I took home work. I had colleagues. I had to keep up my professional development points. All of those things were part of who I was. And now I was opening a new chapter in my life. Now I was a mom. And I didn't know how to do that. You know, you go to school to become a professional of some sort, right? But they don't have mom school. And really, mom school would be really helpful, wouldn't it? So I had to figure out how I was going to be a mom. I had to figure out a new identity. I had to redefine who I was. So here are a few tips I'd like to give you as a new mom. First, find a group of friends who are also new moms. Nobody else will understand quite like somebody who is right in the thick of it. I've had children, yes, I've brought babies home, but I'm not a first-time mom anymore, and I have a nostalgic view of first-time parenthood. So being friends with somebody else who also is experiencing being a brand new mom is really, really helpful. My next big tip is to join a MOPS or a Mom to Mom or something like that, a group that talks about parenting. So yeah, they don't have school for parents. You don't take classes on being a mom, but you can join a group where you can learn some key parenting skills and talk with other people about what works with their kids, what didn't work with their kids. You can find out about parenting books that are really good to read, things that were helpful for other moms. So it was invaluable for me to be in a mom's group for a very long time. Some moms even stay in the mom's group through their children being in high school or college, because each stage brings different types of needs and issues, and you want to talk with somebody about how to deal with those needs and issues. Also, remember those moms I talked about, becoming friends with those moms? The play date is your best friend. What do I mean by that? The play date isn't necessarily for your baby, obviously. It really is for you to be able to connect with another mom. The tasks that moms have can be very repetitive and mundane, not very interesting, but they're things that need to be done. Changing diapers, doing dishes, washing the laundry, feeding the baby, all of those things need to be done. And it is part of taking care of your baby. And of course you want to take good care of your baby, but it's also boring. It's mundane. It's repetitive. It doesn't use a lot of the skills that you've acquired over your life. And it's very different than being a professional, isn't it? So sometimes being with another adult who you can talk to and laugh with helps to make the mundane tasks less mundane. So if you're at a friend's house, you're still doing things like feeding the baby and changing the baby's diaper, and maybe you're even helping your friend with her dishes. But at least you have another adult to talk to. And it's also good for your child, because your child can start learning some social skills. Being with other kids is really important. Getting out of your house is really important. Please don't feel like you can't take your baby out because you're afraid of the baby crying or some need happening. My next big tip is to go to your local mall. The local mall? Oh, that is a hidden gem. Your local mall has bathrooms. It has a place to eat, lots of places to eat. There are even stores that have dressing rooms. If you're feeling shy about breastfeeding your baby in public, you could always ask to breastfeed your baby in the fitting rooms. The other thing that malls have is a place for you to walk the baby no matter what the weather is. So you can put the baby in a carriage or in a sling and you can walk the mall and get some exercise. The difference between doing that and walking in your neighborhood is that you'll see more people. There are lots of people at the mall and you can talk to people. It's less isolating. It helps you to get out and see other people and feel human again. Because sometimes when you're in the thick of it, you don't feel human at all. And it's really nice to get out and actually see other people. And you could spend hours at the mall because you can change the baby's diaper, you can use the restroom, you can eat. It's not a big deal. All of those things are right there for you. And you can even do a little bit of shopping, which is kind of fun. So go to your local mall. That's really, really important. If you can't get out of the house because your baby is sick or you're sick, another thing that really helped me was to have a girlfriend I could call. To have a friend I could call. I could call her and talk to her while I was doing the dishes. We could talk about everything and nothing at all. You can FaceTime your friend if you want. It doesn't matter how you do it, but having another adult conversation in your day is really, really important. Another way that I managed to survive being home was to nap with the baby. Babies nap a lot, right? A lot during the day. So you can pick and choose when you're going to do some of those chores that you need to do and when you're going to sleep. Don't always depend on the nap for getting chores done. Some of those chores can wait. You need to rest. If you're tired, it's okay. Leave the dishes in the sink. If you need a break, take a break. Watch a YouTube video. Play a video game if you like. Close your eyes for a little while and take a nap. It's okay for you to also take care of you. Take a rest. Or take a shower without anybody knocking on the door. Take a shower. It's really, really important to make sure that you take care of your own needs so that you have enough to give to your baby. How else did I survive? Honestly, I went to church more often. Why? Why, you ask? I went to church because there's childcare there. And I got to be alone with my husband for an hour while my baby was being rocked by another wonderful human being who would love my baby and take care of my baby, whether or not the baby cried, that somebody was there to take care of the baby's needs for just 1 hour. It's like going on a date and growing closer to God. So going to church is a great option. Let somebody else do something to take care of you. It's really okay. Also, during those really long days, really long. I mean, there were some times when my husband was in graduate school and I was home alone with the kids. So that meant he didn't get home until after 10 o'clock at night. He left at like 7 in the morning, sometimes 6 in the morning to avoid traffic, and didn't get home until like 10 o'clock at night. It's a long day, right? So during those long days, sometimes we would go to the gym. Why go to the gym? The same reason you go to church. You go to the gym because there's childcare there, and you get to take care of yourself. So different gyms have different rules for how old the baby has to be in order for you to drop off your baby. But if you can even get 15 minutes in, even if you have the most fussy baby, leaving your baby for maybe 15 minutes while you try and walk on a treadmill or try to do the elliptical, that's really, really important. It helps you to feel like a human again. Exercise is so good for you, and it is okay for the baby to just sit in the childcare. Somebody will take care of the baby. How else can you make it through when you are a brand new mother? Don't listen to everybody's advice. And you're like, but Colleen, you're giving me advice. Nobody knows you or your baby better than you do. You are the mother, and you can make the decisions for the baby and you. What is good for you, you decide. So right now there's a lot of mom shaming going on. Very common phenomenon. And people are saying what they think about other moms' parenting skills. What you need to know is that there are many ways to parent. There's no one right way. And one day you may be one kind of parent, and another day you may be another kind of parent. And that's really okay. Just know that different parents do different things. And you need to find your way. That means you're going to make mistakes. And that's okay too, because you're not damaging your baby because you're trying something new. It's actually good for you and the baby to try new things. So don't listen to the mom shamers. Do what you want to do as a parent to keep your baby safe, well-fed, and taken care of. You make your choices because you are the parent. And no one should be judging moms. No one should be shaming moms. Instead, we should be supporting each other. So hopefully if somebody shames you, maybe you could ask them how things are going with their parenting. Anyway, becoming a new parent can be overwhelming, but you can create a network of friends, and you can have strategies to help you through long days. Being a new mom can be very overwhelming and scary. Just know that, first of all, everybody goes through it. Second of all, nobody does it perfectly. And third of all, there are strategies in order to help you get through. Creating a network, finding other new moms is really important. So, if this video was helpful to you, please give me a like. Share it with another mom who might need to hear the same encouragement. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on parenting and teaching and learning, I'd love it if you would subscribe. And you could even ring the notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. I hope to see you sometime soon in another video. Thanks. Bye now.